Good morning, lovely people. I've just woke up to a lovely little magpie in the garden. He's just pottering about in the grass, enjoying life, enjoying the morning. Is it aye aye captain you say when you see one? Or is it when you see two? I'm not sure, I can't remember. But anyway, it's a lovely morning. It's nice and dry, it's not raining. But unfortunately, I've got quite a few things to do in the kitchen today. I'd rather be in the garden, but I've got to be in the kitchen. So come and have a little look at what I've got to get done. So me and Lee have come to the decision that the white is the way to go for the whole of the beams in the kitchen, which I'm so pleased that finally we've made a decision and I can just get on with it and make this room look a little better than what it does currently. The problem is now we've made a decision to paint all the beams, I need to do something with the wooden lintels over the doors, because I've got one here which I have started to give a little sand, and also I've got one here which will need sanding, and also this one here across the top of the fireplace. Coming round, there's another one across the door, and there's also one across the pantry door. I just thought there's no point in painting the ceiling and then doing the sanding. So now I've got to get that sanding done. But this piece of wood here is probably, I would say, about 400 to 500 years old, because it's really old. And there's lots of holes, and it's probably been riddled with woodworm, so I will need to treat that as well. I have started to gently sand it off. I mean, obviously it's a very old piece of wood and I want to treat it with respect and do it carefully. I'll just show you the window lintels. I've done these ones as well, and this one I'm really happy with. Obviously you can see the newer one on the right, and then the other one is a lot older, as you can see. Slightly damaged with a few little woodworm holes in there, but it's lightened it up. And this just gives it a lot more of a warmer feel when you walk into the kitchen. And that's even without the wax. So it's going to look absolutely lovely when I put the wax on. And it'll look really good against the white ceiling. Obviously that's the bit I've already done. And this is the bit I need to do. Yucky. Yucky weather. Should we go out for a walk, Arthur? Should we go outside? Yeah? Do you want to go for a walk? Come on. Let's go for a walk. Let's go out in the rain. Come on. Come on. Come on. This way. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Come on, here you come. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Wait there. Wait. Good boy. Soggy doggy. Soggy doggy. Back here. Good boy. Good boy. I'm just doing a bit of washing up after that wet walk, and I've just looked at the beam, the one that I was happy with before I left for my walk, and now I'm not happy with it, and now I need to sand a bit more. Which is really, really frustrating, but you think you're happy with something and then you leave it a few hours and you think, no, that's just going to bug me. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sand a bit more, but obviously I'm not doing it today. I'm nice and clean and I don't want to get all dirty again, and I've cleaned the sides, I've cleaned everywhere, so it is a little bit frustrating. But on the positive side, my casserole smells amazing. So I can't wait to look into that later. I'll just show you why it's bothering me. It doesn't look too bad this side. It looks so white, but it's so not white in real life, which is just really, really weird. But the bit that's bugging me is this bit underneath. So when you walk into the kitchen, this bit looks really dark, really dark. I mean, the second beam there looks okay, but this one, yeah, it needs more, doesn't it? It does, it does. Oh, I'm just gonna have to do more. Right, I've had another go, and I have got quite a bit more off. And for now, I am quite happy with that. Obviously, it is going to need another really good sand, but I've got to wait for these pipes to be removed, and I've got to wait for, obviously, the electric wires. You can see them there. There's also some electric wires just on the other side as well, which is quite hard to sand when you're trying to go round those. Obviously, not safe to be sanding too close to them. Not really sure why these wires would have been put over the beam. But there you go. Doesn't look very neat, does it? Looks a bit of a mess, actually. As you can see, there are tiny little holes in there. Obviously it's got woodworm or had woodworm at some point. But I will give it a spray, and then I'm going to give it a wax. I have done underneath as well a little bit, But that is really hard to sand because obviously it's not level, it's all bumpy. But it looks nicer than it did. And I also did the beam there, which looks even older than the other one. It's got some metal brackets just there. Cobwebs, a lot. Lovely. But that looks good for now. It looks good for now. It'll look better when I put a bit of wax on it. Warmed it up a bit. Now, Arthur's been such a good boy while Mummy's been sanding. He deserves, what does he deserve, Arthur? A treat. Because you've been such a good boy, haven't you? Hey, such a good boy. There you go. Is that nice? Blimey, it's gone. So I've just come back from a little stroll and we have a new bin waiting for us. Yay! I cannot tell you how excited I am to see this bin. It's going to make putting our rubbish out so much easier and quicker. We used to just have to put all our rubbish into black bin bags, which the seagulls just love to tear apart, to be honest with you, which were a big pain. You could get these seagull-proof bags, but they were just so hard to get hold of that I just didn't bother. But anyway, we've got a new bin, and there's also a green small bin in there for our compost. So I'm just so excited. Excited times. So when we were out and about last week, I found this little book. It was in Falmouth in a sort of second-hand shop, and I think it was only £1. Yeah, it was £1, and it's the Complete Air Fryer Cookbook. Now, we've only recently got an air fryer, so I don't really have many recipes, or don't really know sort of a lot of things that we can cook in there yet. So we're just experimenting. So I was quite pleased when I found this, but there's a recipe in here which is for aubergine or eggplant if you live in America, and it's page 66. And it's stuffed aubergine with lentils. That recipe there, and it looks delicious. It's got feta cheese in there and tomatoes, paprika, cumin, garlic. Oh, it just looks so yummy. Now, I thought I could put rice with it, but I think new potatoes would work better, sort of in butter with a bit of salt and pepper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find Lee, see what he's about somewhere or other, and we're going to see if we can, I'll get Lee to dig up the potatoes that we've got, that we planted quite a while ago. So fingers crossed there are some potatoes in there. There should be now. They've been in there for quite a while, so we should definitely have some new potatoes, but they will go so nice with this. So let's go and find Lee, get some potatoes.
Right, so we're going to check out the potatoes.
Arthur, come here.
Oh.
Good boy.
Come on.
Sit. Move away. Good boy. I think what we'll do is we'll do the other tub probably in a few days' time, and we'll just eat these ones.
Yeah. They'll stay fresher here, won't they?
Yeah. I don't want to waste them.
It's not bad for just planting some potatoes in a bit of soil.
Exactly. It must be one of the easiest things to grow, I think.
Keep on finding them.
To have with our dinner with our aubergines. I'm happy with those. Right, so I've given these potatoes a little wash. Obviously they had lots of mud and grime on them. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them up just so they're kind of the same sort of size. And then I will cover them in boiling water, put a tea towel over the top and just let them sit there. And then they will soften a little bit before I fry them. I will boil them as well before I fry them. I'll just make it a lot quicker for them to cook and they should crisp up a bit better. But it just amazes me how you can grow vegetables in one garden. Like we used to grow vegetables when we were in Northamptonshire and we had a fair bit of success. And then obviously we've moved here and this is our first year for growing vegetables. And we've obviously had some successes and some failures. What I will do a little video included in a video. I don't know whether I'll do a whole video, but I'll probably just do a little video of what vegetables have been a success and what haven't, because yeah, I think you need a little bit of an update on the vegetable patch. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just cover that with boiling water, and then I will put a clean tea towel over the top. Morning everybody. Right, it's been a couple of days since I was sanding the tops of the doors and the top of the fireplace. So today I'm going to paint these beams white. Now, me and Lee had a good discussion, and because obviously I said in a few videos ago when I painted the other side white just to trial it, because we're going to have oak beams in the dining room as it is now, which actually is going to be the the new kitchen eventually. But yeah, because we're going to have oak beams in there and we're going to have oak beams in the snug room, it doesn't really matter if we paint these ones white, because we're going to have lots of beams elsewhere. So, and as this kitchen is so dark, as I have said, lots and lots and lots and lots, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to paint them white. Now, I am incredibly nervous because looking through this camera right now, they look stunning as they are. They do. They look warm, they look cozy, they look all the things that I love. And what I think I am going to do, now I don't know whether this will look good. It could look good, it might not look good. I'm going to leave this beam here, the one at the end, as it is, and see what that looks like with the rest of the ceiling white. Now, it might look ridiculous, I don't know. If it looks ridiculous, I'll just paint it white, but I thought I would just leave one beam, one solitary beam, just to remind myself of how nice half of the kitchen did look. But as you can see, I'll just pan round. As you can see from this view, I mean, you can see that beam there that I've kind of half sanded, and the white beams at the end. Yeah, they'll look nice white. They will. They will. Right, now I'll stop rabbiting on, and I'm going to take these glasses off this shelf, take the plates down, give everything a bit of a clear, and then I'm going to start painting. Before I start painting the beams, I just wanted to show you this tax disc that was placed up on one of them by a previous owner. I think it's just so lovely that this is, first of all, it was placed up here, and secondly, that it's still here. I mean, the date on it says it expired the 31st of December 1947, so 2 years after the Second World War ended. I just think it's astonishing that it's still here, and it just adds to the history of the house and just the story of it as well, and just the people that lived here. I think it's just wonderful. Right, well, after a few days of hard work, it is finished. Well, the ceiling, that is. The rest of the kitchen isn't finished, but yeah, the ceiling is done. It's done, and I absolutely love it. I mean, it's not like putting a light on. It's not that bright, but I just feel the ceiling has lifted now. It's just lifted. Before, where the beams, well, they were cozy, but they did kind of feel like they were coming down on you, and now they don't. It's been lifted, it's light, and I just think it looks amazing. It looks wonderful. I am so happy with it. Well, we're both so happy with it. We really are. And this beam at the end was a really good idea. It just gives a bit of a warm sort of glow at the end of the kitchen, so we will definitely be keeping that. I haven't actually seen anybody do that before, so it was a bit of a risk, but it's paid off. It looks lovely. And the sanding that I did across the two doors, looks really good. I'm really happy with that. That has lightened up the wood no end and looks really, really nice actually. Really, really good. Now the door at the top, I have put some wax on the bit of wood over the door, and the wax I used, I'll just show you a picture now of that, and it's a medium oak and it's coal run. So what I will do is I will put a link to that in the description for you, just in case you want to have a look. But that has worked really well. It's kind of like a medium one, so it's not too dark and it's not too light, but it has just lifted this wooden lintel, and it just looks lovely and warm. Now all I've got to do now around this door is just to sand around the edge of the door, and I'm going to paint it white, and then I'm going to get Lee to take this door off, and then I'm going to sand it and get it back to that oak sort of look. I'm not going to paint this door because I just love it, and this needs to be wood. It just needs to have the grain showing because it just looks lovely. Now at the bottom of this door there are some scratches, and I know from previous owners that had dogs, I'm just presuming that that's where these scratches have come from. Oh my god, I am so happy with this lintel. It looks just beautiful. It really does. I mean, why anyone would want to have painted this black in the first place, but you can just see the grain now. You can just see the beauty of this wood, and it was sort of, as I was sanding it, did have to be quite gentle because it was kind of breaking away because it's so old. But I'm just thrilled with it, absolutely thrilled. I have sprayed it with some woodworm treatment because there are some holes in there, but hopefully it will survive another 400 or 500 years now. But all in all, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with it. I'm going to go now. I'm going to have a sit down and I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. But if you have enjoyed this video, it has been a little bit longer than our normal videos, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. But we have lots and lots and lots to do in this house, and we have got a bit of exciting news about the dining room, but I won't tell you that now. I will tell you that in the next video. But come back soon and we'll see you again. Bye.